recording. So, if you wonderful people are ready, then we will let and I'm just going to mute you guys for this, but then I'll unmute you again at the end. All right, so amazing fancy dress yoga people, find a nice place to sit and to be comfortable. And let's all take a deep breath in, hands come all the way up, and we come into prayer position. Good. Inhale, hands come all the way up. And we come into prayer position. Good. Inhale, hands come all the way up. And as we exhale, we're going to go into our first twist. Good. Keep that chest high. Keep that chest open. And go deep, 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 deep into the twist. Good. And inhale, come back to the front. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, we go into the other side. Good. Keeping that chest high and open. Beautiful. Nice, 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 nice. Good. Inhale, hands come all the way up. And we come into sitting position. Nice. So legs strong, straight, rooted into the ground. Take a deep breath in, hands up. And as we exhale, bring one leg in, hook that in. Again, keeping this back really nice and straight. Inhale, hands come all the way up. We come all the way forward. Grab wherever you can hold on to, wherever's comfortable. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, we go deep into the stretch. Nice. Good. And again, take a deep breath in. And go deeper into the stretch. Awesome. And come on up. Other leg straight together. And bring the other leg in. Hook that in. And this leg is strong, it's straight, it's rooted into the ground. Like this is a support leg, so we want it to be nice and strong. As we exhale, we come all the way forward, hold in wherever's comfortable. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, we go deeper into the stretch. Good. And again, deep breath in. And exhale. Beautiful. And again, deep breath in. And exhale. Come on up. Good, 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 good. And into straddle position. Nice. Inhale, hands come all the way up. And we go over to one side. Beautiful. And come on up. And go to the other side. Again, always accepting the body and mind in its current condition. Good. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Good. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, we come forward into the stretch. Good, 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 good. Good. Nice. And inhale. And exhale. Nice. Come on up. Bring your legs together. Give them a little bit of a shake. Give them a little bit of a rub. And come on over to all fours. So just little circles around our wrists, just making sure that these wrists are nice and warm. Good, and change direction. Good, 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 good. I still can't believe it's Saturday morning, we're all in fancy dress. This is mental. Good. Oh, we've got somebody else who wants to come on in. So let's meet back in downward dog with bent legs. And inhale up to straight legs. And exhale, one heel goes into the ground. Good. Push that heel into the ground. Lift up those toes. So you get an extra stretch down the back of that leg. Good. Inhale up to your toes. Other heel goes down. And now lift up those toes so you can stretch the back of that calf even deeper. Good. Inhale up to your toes. Both heels go into the ground and try and lift up your toes while you're in downward dog. Good, really feel it now. Arch that lower back and start to feel that lower back, the backs of the legs, everything starting to loosen up as we take a deep breath in and exhale. Good, take a deep breath in and exhale. Nice, and from here we're going to put our feet between our hands and come on up. Good. Inhale, in to lock your fingers, stretch all the way up. Nice and stretch, and let's take it over to one side. Good, 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 good. And inhale, oh, more people are coming in. Good, good, good. And take it over to the other side. Good. Stretch it, stretch it, stretch it out. Nice, nice, nice. And come on up. Inhale all the way down. Good. And inhale up to a flat back. And then as we exhale, we go deeper into the stretch. Good, 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 good. And then from here, we're going to walk or jump back to push-up position all the way up to upward dog. Good. And now we're in this position, upward dog, really pushing down through those hands. Head all the way up. Nice. Toes go under, we go back to downward dog. And from here, one knee comes forward to pigeon lunge. Good. And we're trying to get this foot here in alignment. There we go. The more forward you can bring this foot, the more you're going to open up that hip. So take a deep breath in, inhale all the way up. And exhale, we come forward into the stretch. Good, 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 good. Beautiful. And bring that back leg all the way around. Hook that around. And nice, nice, nice. Go deep into the stretch. Good. Take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we go deeper. We let go and we go deeper. Good. Try it again. Take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we go deep, 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 deeper. Not forcing it, relaxing into it. There's a subtle difference and it makes all the difference. Good. And change legs. Go all the way back. Again, creeping this foot forward. Nice. We want this foot in alignment, straight alignment. So take a deep breath in all the way up. Exhale, we come all the way forward, stretching your hands forward. Good. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Good. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Beautiful. Bring that back leg all the way around. Hook that leg in. Hook the back arm around the front leg. And we go deep into the stretch. We get rid of so much crap in these deep stretches. And it's important you have to feel this, it's like a relaxed feeling, but you're alert at the same time. So take a deep breath in. And exhale, go deeper into the stretch. Beautiful. And again, inhale. And exhale, go deeper. Beautiful. And again, inhale. Exhale, go deeper. Beautiful. Good stuff. And then come on up to, we've got more people still coming in. We've got some late bees today. So now we're going to do our little stepping stones. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. And you know the drill. Wherever you can step, in fact, what I'm going to do is, I want to see some of you guys. Right, okay, cool. So you guys know the drill. All you're going to be doing is stepping, and if you can continue to step, you step with me. If you can't, you stay on your step, because there's a little bit of endurance in this, so we need to get that part of the body, or those parts of the body, activated. So we've all got position number 1. All of you have got this, every single one of you. So feel comfortable in this position. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Nice and in control. So now let's take it up to the next one. Number 2. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Good. Let's go up to number 3. Good. Let's go up to number 4. You got it. Come on. Let's go to number 5. Push yourself. You got it. You got it. Back to number 4. Back to number 3. Back to number 2. Nearly back to number 1. 1.5. 1 1/4. You got it. and go down for 1. Good job. And then swing it over to the other side. We've still got more people coming in. What's going on? Right. Other side. So again, feeling comfortable in this position, feeling strong, feeling into the body. All this is doing is giving you body control. You taking back control of that most unbelievable thing that you live in. That's the miracle. Good. You got position number 1. Position number 2, strong. Feeling strong in this position. Feeling balanced. Feeling in control. Good. 4, 5. Go on, hold it. 4, 3, 2, hold it. 1.5, 1.25, 1. Good job. Give yourself a round of applause. Well done. So now all the wrists are nice and warm. Let's balance. Again, into crow. So I want to flash this over. I want to put this on a mode where I can see everyone on the gallery. But yes, everyone's there. Brilliant. Look at that. So let's go into crow now. And so you guys know the drill. You come forward. You just lift one foot off and take it back. And when you're ready, take both of them off and try a few little press ups when you're there. Let me see what you guys have got. Yes. Check you guys out. Oh my God, you look like a bunch of pros. Amazing. Go on. So I'll tell you who's rocking it. Claire's rocking it. Doug and Dempsey are rocking it. Galaxy's rocking it, whoever that is. Chris, Galaxy, we need your name. Melanie's smashing it. Go on, Linda. Lolly, I can't see Lolly, but I'm sure she's smashing it. Kerry's going for it. Yes, Marcella, like a pro. Carl, yes. Michaela, come on, Irina. Trish, Louisa, Jessica, Nikki, Stephen, Deepa, James, Caroline, you guys are rocking it. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Good. Give yourself a round of applause, everybody. Good job, good job, good job. So, now, same thing in balance, but standing up. So, again, stay with me for this journey. This is all about really taking control of yourself in different positions when you're having to focus on being in the present moment. This is training our present moment muscles so well. Because when we go into this stuff, guess where we are? In the moment. So stay with me, stay with me. Hang on, I can't see. Give me 1 sec. There we go, cool. So wherever you're at, feeling strong, feeling balanced. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Good. Take a deep breath in and feel some love now for yourself. And exhale that love to the whole group that we're here with. Good. So now inhale, one leg's going to come in. Hook that leg in. No excuses now. Let's just do it. And if it's slipping, you have to squeeze it on the leg. Good. Like I've got, yes, mine's just slipping, so I've got to really squeeze it on. Good. Hook that toe. Bring it in front. You got it. Bring it to the side. You still got it. Yes. Bring it all the way up. Yes, 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 people. And then bring it all the way in again. Feeling stronger, feeling more balanced. You are in control. And if you wobble, just bring it back to balance. And come back down again. So again, while we're doing this, start to notice what comes up within you. Are you supporting yourself? Are you encouraging yourself? Are you beating yourself up? What we want is you becoming your best friend. So this time, no matter what happens, you have to give yourself good encouragement. So let's bring it up. So no beating yourself up, just encouragement all the way, all the way. So let's hook that in. Good. Hook the toe. Bring it in front. Bring it to the side. Hook under your foot. Bring it all the way up. Yes, 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 people. Good. And being your best friend, giving yourself encouragement, giving yourself some gratitude. Good. And bring it down. Good job. Give yourselves a round of applause. So now it's the fun part. Yes, it's headstand time. So again, the most important thing to remember around this is all you got to do is keep that back straight while you're in balance. If you wobble, obviously if you come down this way, you're going to put your foot down. If you go over, you're just going to roll up into a ball and just roll over. So you've got against sofas, you can do it against a wall. Find your place. We're all going to go up and we're going to do this together. And I want to see all you guys while we're doing this. Okay, brilliant. I've just seen Irina's fancy dress. You look amazing, Irina. This is brilliant. Love it. Right, so interlock your fingers. Hands go on the backs of your head. And we are going to kick up, if you can, into headstand. Good. So holding it. Bring your feet down. Soles of the feet together. Good. Hold it. Keep that back straight. You may wobble. Whatever you do, accept it. Good. Legs to the side. One leg in front. Change legs. Bring it out to the side. Legs all the way up. And come on down. Good job. Good job. And some of you are still in headstand. Look, it's like, I ain't coming down. This is unbelievable, guys. This is so good. I told you there was that TV show on the other day, and they were saying it can take people years to get this headstand. And look at you guys. It's not even been months. It's been weeks. And you guys are smashing it like a bunch of yogis. Look at this. Look, this is awesome. This is so good. So good. Brilliant. Right, so wherever you are, let's meet standing up. Let's take a deep breath in, hands all the way up. And now standing up, feel what you feel in the body. Feel it. Feel that your lungs are wanting to breathe deeper. So important to feel what we feel in the body. Usually we get stuck in the head. And it's the body that's going to give us the feelings. It's the body that's going to bring us the truth. So feel what you feel. Honor what you feel. And honor what you did. Whether you did the best or you did not as good as the day before, you always honor the fact that you showed up. So sending love to yourself. Sending love to everybody that is just holding this vibration of love right now. To this group dynamic. It is so good to feel a part of something bigger than ourselves. And this little community, guys, it's so good. You guys you're awesome. Every single one of you. So inhale, hands come all the way up. Exhale, we go all the way down. Good. Inhale up to a flat back. Exhale, we go deeper into the stretch. Good. And we bend our knees. We jump all the way back to upward dog. Now in this upward dog now, let's try and look up as high as you can. Looking up as high. Seeing if you can see how far behind you can see. So we've really got to start to bend that back. So we can start to look up. Stretching out that throat, relaxed throat muscles, relaxed forehead, relaxed eyes. Hello, Joey. Hello, mate. How are you? All the way up. Good. And we go back to downward dog. And from here, we're going to bunny hop into so our feet are between our hands. So bunny hop, and we come forward. And we're just going to lie all the way down. Good. And inhale, hands go above your head. And exhale, one leg comes into the body. Squeeze that into the body now, relaxing that hip flexor. Good. You should be able to feel that we stretched it. And with the opposite hand, pull it across the body. Beautiful. And take a deep breath in. And exhale. Inhale, bring that leg up. And exhale, take it out to the other side, keeping both feet flexed. Nice. Inhale, bring it up to the center. And squeeze it into the body. Lift up your chin, place your chin on your knee. Hello, mate. And inhale, hands go above your head. Exhale, are you joining, mate? Other knee comes into the body. In over. And squeeze it in. But when you squeeze it in, imagine that hip flexor just relaxing as you squeeze it in. The more you squeeze, the more you relax. Good. With the opposite hand, pull it across the body. Good. Take a deep breath into the belly. And exhale. Good. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Good. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, take it out to the other side. Good. And place that leg next to the other leg. Hands come out to the sides. Inhale, bring your feet and knees up. Feet and knees stay together. Take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we go to the other side. Good. Keep that lower back arched. And inhale, bring it all the way up. Exhale, we take it out to the other side. Keep that lower back arched, really activating that lower part. It's such a subtle movement, but when you get it, it's just unbelievable. Cool. And come on up. So let's go into our breathing now. Good. So wherever you're at, feeling relaxed, feeling in the moment, feeling honored to be you, feeling honored to be here in this present moment in life, absorbing what you're absorbing. So now we're going to, again, give the body another gift with oxygen. Breathing deep. Now, throughout the whole of this, really try and keep the body relaxed. Really try and free the mind. If any thoughts come in the mind, always just bring it back to breath. Always just focus on the breathing. But what we want in the body is a relaxed feeling in the body, but an alertness that you're awake in the present moment. You're really present here, way more than what most people are. So you guys know the drill. We're going to breathe, and then we're going to push all the air out. We're going to hold it for the count of 20. We're going to breathe again. We're going to push all the air out. We're going to hold it for the count of 30. And then we're going to breathe again, and we're going to breathe in, and then we're going to hold it for the count of 300. No, 90. Just to make sure you guys are with us. Right. Okay. So inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale deeper. And exhale, push it all out. Good. Inhale deeper. And exhale deeper. Good. Inhale, feeling good. And exhale, feeling good. Good. Inhale some peace. And exhale some peace. Good. Inhale some love. And exhale some love. Good. Inhale some self-love. And exhale some love for the group. Good. Inhale love from the group now. And exhale love to the whole freaking world that needs it. Good. Inhaling love for all the animals around the world, like this little one here. And exhale love for all the animals around the world. Good. Inhale, feeling good. And exhale, feeling good. Good. Nice deep breath in. And push it all out and hold it. Hold it now. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Breathe deep in the lungs and belly now. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, feeling good now. And exhale, feeling good. Inhale, relaxing the body now. And exhale, just surrendering it all. Good. Inhale, being in the moment. Exhale, being in this moment, present. Good. Inhale, feeling good now. And exhale, feeling good. Good. Inhale, a smile. And exhale, a smile. Good. Inhale, an inner smile. And exhale, a big smile to the group. Good. Inhale, some love for your whole body. And exhale, some love for your whole body. Good. Inhale, some love for this game of life. And exhale, love for nature. Good. Inhale, the belief that you're going to have an awesome day. And exhale, the belief that you're going to have an awesome day. Good. Inhale, the belief that there is magic working through you. And exhale the magic. Good. Inhale that magic again. And exhale, feel that magic just pulsing through you. Good. Inhale even deeper now. And exhale, push it all out and hold it. Hold it. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, inhale deeper now. And exhale, push it all out. Inhale deeper. And exhale deeper. Good. Inhale gratitude for your whole body. And exhale gratitude for your whole body. Inhale gratitude for your mind. And exhale gratitude for your mind. Inhale gratitude for your eyes. And exhale gratitude for all those amazing things you've seen. Inhale gratitude for your ears. And exhale gratitude for some of the amazing things you've heard. Inhale gratitude for your heart that beats. And exhale gratitude for the hearts that beat and those that you love. Good. Inhale, feeling good. And exhale. Good. Inhale, being present now. And exhale, being present. Good. Inhale, follow the breath in the body. And exhale, follow the breath as it leaves. Good. Inhale, follow the breath in. Exhale, follow the breath out. Good. Inhale, breathe deep. And exhale, breathe deeper. Good. Inhale, being present now. Exhale, feeling this presence. Good. Inhale deep. And exhale deep. Inhale deeper. Exhale, push it all out now. Push it out, push it out. Now inhale deep and hold it. And exhale. Good. Inhale, hands come all the way up. And we come into prayer position. And again, hands all the way up. And we come down to prayer position again, honoring our bodies, honoring our minds, honoring this present moment, honoring our part in the game of life. Good job, everyone. Namaste. Well done, well done, well done. Give yourselves a huge round of applause. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Good job, everyone. So let's have a couple of shares or any questions. Would like to speak.
Why are we skipping Warriors today?
Oh, hang on. Who's that?
Doug.
Where are you? Let me find you.
Boy, Doug and Dempsey.
Hey, there you are. Hello,
Sorry.
brother.
Have we skipped Warriors today, or did I miss you?
No, we did skip Warrior.
Cool, fair enough.
I'll tell you why. With what you guys have been going through, hang on, let me just pull you up so I can see you. Oh, where have you gone? I lost you again. No. Hang on. Oh, there you are. Okay, cool. Oh, I love the black eyes. Look at it. Look at it. Naughty school boy, naughty school girl. Love it, love it, love it. Brilliant. Yeah, beat him up. So I'll tell you why I did it. If you remember, when was it? About 5 days or so ago. I think it might have been about a week ago. I missed out the headstand.
Oh, yes.
And so this is why I do the stuff in this way. When we first do it, even the warrior poses can be really hard to begin with. And each one of the warrior poses, it gives us a different gift. It does something different. And when we do a set of moves, like there's many sort of different warrior poses that you can do in different ways. But that little section is an easy way to go through. So we can go in and out of the warrior poses super quick. So I was about to go into it and I thought, right, let me just leave out the warrior poses today and just see if anybody mentions it. Because if no one mentions it, no one's present. Because what I've done, every single session that we've done since I've been doing lockdown yoga, there's been warrior poses in every single one. So by missing it out, I was expecting someone to say, there's no reason why we didn't do warrior, just to make sure that we're present, because in half an hour, there's only so much we can do. And I mix things around all the time. So well done for noticing that, brother. Good job. Good job. Good job.
The other thing is, he did the crow to handstand.
It wasn't quite perfect because I almost went to handstand, but from crow, I managed to get myself up.
And how does it feel when you do that?
It was awesome. I went mental. And then went, what are you going on about?
See, this is the life that I want people to be feeling, because we had this stuff naturally when we were kids. And it was because we kept achieving little things and we feel good every time we achieve something. And if we look at children, they learn way faster than most adults. It's like we get to a certain age and that thirst for learning, it stops. And it's only when we have these little self-achievements that energy that comes in, it's so natural. It's like a hurricane of greatness coming in. And it's nothing better than finding more parts of ourselves. This is one of the reasons why Breakthrough Mastery was put together, to show people how fast we can start to break through in all areas of our lives. And every time we break through, it's that same gush. And it's like more life comes in. Oh my God, this is freaking awesome. I want more of this stuff. But to get more of that stuff, you've got to hit the next level, which means what? We have to find more strength. We have to find more balance. We have to find more of ourselves. What is that? James, your phone's going, mate.
Sorry.
He did that deliberately.
What's that?
He did that deliberately.
Yeah, I already did too.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'll put my phone under his bed at 3 o'clock this morning and set the alarm. I know how to get myself back.
Yeah.
Right.
So, we found that doing the yoga as well, we've done all our building work this week and we really thought we'd hurt, but we've managed it and we did it even better today. So we've survived the whole week of building.
Love it. Well done. See, this is what I want you guys to understand. So what you're doing here at yoga, it sets, how can I explain this? Look at yourselves like Oops, hang on. Look at yourself. Oh, here we go. Okay, look at yourselves like wherever you go, there's going to be a ripple effect coming at you. And that ripple effect is going to take you into all your creations in life. And in your creations, we're creating all the time, 24/7. And if we're not doing a deliberate creation, the chances are the default programs of what we're creating is never, ever, 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 ever going to serve us at the highest levels. So what we create here at yoga, it's like you build yourself up, you're building yourself up, you're getting more strength, you're getting more endurance, you're getting more flexibility. You're able to let go of stiffness, you're able to let go of like tightness. And all of a sudden, you go and put that into whatever you're going to create, it just gets more of you. I had this with one of my clients yesterday. His name's John Lee. He's got a company in the UK called Wealth Dragons, and they went public last year. And he's in the middle of creating $1 billion company, and he's saying, Skip, the stuff that you've taught me is so life-changing. He goes, it literally affects every area of life. And I said, I know, dude, because you get to take you into those areas of lives. So just give us a contrast, Depsy, of how it would have been before and how it was yesterday.
What, as in how we felt?
Yeah, just in your own bodies, because like before, would it have like been tiring? Would you have got to the other day and just been tired and flaked out, or were you more alert?
I would not, with my injuries and my pain, I would not have even been able to do half of what I helped him do this week.
Or you wouldn't have been able to get out of bed.
Or I wouldn't have been able to get out of bed and move. I'd have been on serious painkillers.
This is awesome.
Awesome. And we both worked really well as a team, even though it did start a bit rocky. Hence the guy.
I love it. Because this connection, that when there's like this in relationships where like, you almost like grating up against each other, for that to happen, there's pain. That's all there is someone's feeling pain, because we can jump into the pain frequency or the fear frequency, or we jump in the love frequency. And everyone's had this thing where, well, you can't bring love to the table when you're doing work. And I'm like, so what the hell are you going to bring at the table? Because if you ain't bringing love to the table, I don't want to be involved with it. Because love in the corporate world was never really looked at as a strength. It was looked at as a weakness. Like you got to have you got to be headstrong. And what I found is that, yeah, you can be headstrong, but when you have this love pulsing out of you, whatever you're going to go, and you get more energy, you get more focus, you get a better mood, there's more balance. And usually if someone goes and does something that might be annoying, it doesn't seem to get under our skin as much, and we can absorb it, but then we can go and respond in a way that adds value and helps that person come out of the pain by either understanding the situation, acknowledging it, bringing a solution to the table, because this is how simple it gets. The winners in life are going to be the problem solvers. That's it. That's as simple as I can make it. And this life is full of problems, and it was meant to be full of problems. That was how the game of life was set up for humanity on planet Earth. It's meant to be a planet of contrast. You look, we can be feeling peaceful and great 1 minute. We turn around the corner, a message comes through, an email comes through, a telephone call happens, we see a news headline, and all of a sudden the whole game of life radically changes. So if we don't learn how to adapt, doing the stuff that we've been going through here, we fall in the trap of living like how you was living before, Depsy, where you said, I wouldn't have even been able to get out of bed. Now, the family, the building work, all of that would have suffered. Now, the question that I want to ask you is, now you've just gone and worked way harder. Now you know that you had to like get some skin in the game and actually bring energy and focus and creations to the table. So you did the work. Where would you have rather been? In bed or playing your part?
I would have liked him to have done it. No, I'm joking. No, it was good. It's what I've needed for years to get me up, out, and get a purpose. Brilliant. And then start the day well.
Brilliant. Good job. Everyone give him a round of applause. Good job. Right, who else wants to come on? Anyone?
I can.
I don't know if you can hear me. Am I muted?
We've got who's coming up? Hang on, who's coming up?
I can.
I'm a superfood.
Oh, I hear Marcella. Hang on, I can hear you, but I can't see you. Where are you?
I can't see you. I'm here with Michael Gabriel. Wave, Twigs.
Hello.
Wave, wave,
How
wave.
can you not see
Oh, there
us?
you are.
Yay.
Hey, I can see you now. I can see you now. Oh my God, what have we got? Like air stewardess. I love it. Brilliant.
Noms.
Where we fly today?
He's eating his superfood.
Big noms.
Big noms.
Absolute,
Cheers.
absolute big noms.
The thing that I just wanted to say that I
Yeah,
really...
is he just eating the powder like that video you sent me?
No, he's just eating the powder. Just gets it
I
out.
love it. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah,
Right.
what I wanted to say was the thing that I've noticed is when I do the headstand, I'm so laser focused, right? I notice that I'm just laser focused, and what's happened, that's just spilling into my life. I followed all the energy and all the other benefits of the strength and stuff, but I just noticed my focus is so good. I'm just getting so much done, so much more than ever before. And
It's awesome.
easy. Whereas everything is like used to be such hard work.
Nom.
Now I just flow through, and I'm just so focused. So that's the thing that I've really noticed the difference. And I will do your video, by the way. I'll try and do it today.
Awesome. So those that are watching, is anybody else, just by a show of hands, what Marcella's just shared, where because of the focus that we bring to this yoga, again, that's another thing that's going to start to ripple out of you in your life. Hands up, anybody else is sort of starting to notice that, yeah, because it's a natural cause and effect. So what was blocking things before was, I said to, I'll use like John Lee again, because a lot of you probably know him. He's like one of the top sort of speakers in the UK that, yeah, he's really created a great company. Now, what I said to him before was, I said, and this is where a lot of people fall in the trap. The three ways that we get to experience life, real simple. We get to experience all of life either through the body, either through the mind, or either through the spirit. Most people are sacrificing their body and they start living more in the mind. And the spirit side of them, as they get older and older and older, forget it. It's just not even in the game. So the three mechanisms that we get to experience life through, all of a sudden, aren't in balance anymore. So what we need to be able to do is we've got to be able to create this balance between the body, the mind, and the spirit. Otherwise, our lives will suffer. This is not like namby-pamby stuff. It's not hippified stuff. It's not weird or woo-woo stuff. It's just understanding that without balance in life, we suffer, and the chances are other people might suffer too. So when we start to get back into the body, all of a sudden, we're able to free up a space in the mind. When we start to allow our spirit to breathe through us, all of these three elements, the body, the mind, and the spirit, what they start to do is like, you know, you're into music, Marcella, so you know what a harmony sounds like when it's in tune. It sounds awesome. It sounds better than a single voice. Now, if one of those voices in that harmony is out of tune, guess where the focus goes?
To the crappy note.
To the crappy note. So when we,
What?
so when we get ourselves out of balance and the body, the mind, and the spirit are not working in harmony, let's say the mind is doing too much, and that's what stops us doing the stuff. It's being in the mind too much because the mind can't create the flow. It's the spirit that creates the flow. The mind has a focus to be able to focus on stuff. Now, if there's a discord and we got someone singing out of harmony and all of our focus goes to that person who's singing out of harmony, all of a sudden, if the mind, the body, and the spirit's out of whack, but the one that's got the traction, the one that's got momentum is what? The mind. So all of a sudden, our focus now goes to a part of the mind where we now focus on the problem. So by focus on the problem, guess what? We become a part of the problem, and it's impossible to be in flow when we're living from that part of the mind. What we're doing through all of the stuff that we've been doing every single day is we're balancing out things within the body. And as we do that in the body, the mind releases. As the mind releases and we start to bring this spirit, this energy, this universal intelligence, this supreme, whatever you want to call it, whatever the word is, you're bringing this non-physical stuff into you. You're bringing this non-visible stuff into you. And this is what I want everyone to know, because this is where the freaking awesomeness of life comes in. when we just everyone have a look around, what does everyone mostly see? Just have a look around. What do you mostly see?
Sunshine.
It's space. It's space. Now, if we took a cell or the cells out of your body, we looked at your cells under a microscope, what we would see is mostly space. Now, if we look at all the texts of any type of ancient wisdom, everybody talks about this stuff that is it. All life started from this one stuff, and this one stuff grew and evolved and became more because this stuff's job is just to find more life. This stuff's job is to keep life going in no matter what format it is. And this is how we've now created the mind, the body, and the spirit. And as this stuff starts to breathe through us, and we don't get involved in that mind chatter, we just in flow. And just talk to me the difference. So again, we get the contrast of how it was before, where you was doing stuff and you was thinking about stuff, to how you're doing now, just so as we can understand the contrast.
Well, the contrast is enormous because, as you know, when I started when we started 8 weeks ago, I was going for a breakup. I was drinking like way too much alcohol. I was tired all the time. I couldn't be bothered. I was going to use a very rude word there, but I won't. I just couldn't do anything. I just couldn't get in gear. And literally, I think it was the next day you sent me the message to get onto the yoga, and it's just kind of snowballed.
Yeah.
From the yoga, I'm eating better. I'm not drinking anywhere near as much. Now I'm on the superfoods. I'm eating my lemons. I'm eating much more plants. I just feel so much better overall. That's why I've got to make your video. I've got to do it. I'm going to do it today.
Brilliant.
The focus, the energy, the strength. It's just these little subtle changes, but they're making such a massive difference. And it's only 8 weeks.
Good job. Everyone give her a round of applause. Okay. Kosanim.
No, I just wanted to say it was really, really weird. When we were doing the breathing exercise, apart from Joey bringing a toy to you, I did notice that. It's the fact I could hear all the birds in Mum's garden. That was amazing.
Awesome.
So lovely.
Isn't it so good? Like when we really go in and we have this stillness, because we're not taught to be still. We're taught to be on the move, on the move, on the move. Got to focus on the next thing, and then got to focus on the next thing. And when we allow ourselves to just take that time out and we're just able to just sit and just absorb what comes in, it always has these effects. Like, it's unbelievable how they weren't even the birds by you. They were birds that you were hearing from here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the silly thing is, they've always been there. You just don't hear them.
And this is like...
Stop and listen. They've always been there, and they'll always be there. And it's lovely.
And to go into that place of gratitude, to go into that place of like appreciation, it's, again, what we do is we open up our awareness. And when we have a greater expanded awareness, it's unbelievable. You can literally walk down a street and just absorb things so different. And literally walk down a street can literally become an adventure within itself, if we are really present in the moment and not stuck in the head. Because what we want now is real awareness to say, right, how do I want to be living? Who do I want to become? Hello, mate. Do I want to be as happy as like little dogs like that and walk around just wagging my tail because I can? So, hello, mate. So, thank you, sister. Everyone give my sister a big round of applause. But anybody else? Who would like to come on?
I have.
Who's that?
I can.
Who's that?
Mickey.
Hi, Jeanette.
Mickey.
Hello. Morning, everyone.
Hello, mate. Why can't I see him?
Morning.
Morning.
It's Mickey.
Hang on, I'm trying to find you. Hey, I got. Gotcha. Hello, Nicky. Hey, how are you?
Really good.
Awesome.
I'm in the letting go frequency. There's no doubt about it. And this morning when I did I have been doing work on myself, and it's just, I needed a massive boost. Even for example, this morning, I have got arthritis, so I'm kind of stiff with my body, but I can do a sort of crow. I went for it, and I can kind of let my weight off my body. I went for it, and I fell. My little dog was really worried about me.
Oh.
I feel like a weight and that took away, let go, release him. We've
Brilliant.
got wooden floor here, so it's not great, but fall on. But yeah, I just feel like I am releasing stuff day by day, and I know this is a contribution towards it, without a doubt.
Awesome, good stuff. It's so important, like this whole letting go stuff. It's what's that song? Let It Go. What's that out of? What's that TV? That movie?
Yeah.
It's like that song, like went around the world, and I stood back and I was like, it's such a spiritual song. I know it's done for for kids, but it's such a spiritual song because it talks about us letting go, because we pick up so much stuff, and stuff that sometimes we're not aware of, stuff that we might have been holding on to since since our childhoods, stuff that goes in deep. I was literally just having this conversation yesterday with James, actually, and I said to him, I said, look, because what happened with James yesterday is he had all this tension like around his whole neck, and he was like, I just don't feel good. And so I said, look, okay, so I said, look, what's going on then? And what can happen for a lot of people is, and I really want people to understand this, so please do listen to this, because this is really powerful stuff. A lot of the pains that we feel within our bodies, a lot of them, they're not physical pains anymore. What they are, they're these negative, trapped emotional energies. And what happens is, because we're emotional beings, and the quality of our lives ultimately comes down to the quality of the emotions that we feel on a daily basis. So that's why we've got to get used to creating good ones. So James, he had all this pain, and he was talking about a certain situation, and within 3 minutes of him even talking about this stuff, he goes, "What the hell did you just do?" And I said, "Why?" He went, "The pain just disappeared." I said, "I know." I said, "Didn't it feel good?" He went, "I don't understand." He goes, "I was in so much pain and it just went." He goes, "What happened?" I said, "Because the stuff that you was talking about, it was a trapped emotion." I said, "What I gave you was a space to be able to move it through, where the space was safe for you to let go of it." Now, the only way that we can let go of stuff where we win is to let go with love. And when we let go with love, what we open up to is that vacuum that gets created within ourselves. It's like a vortex of new energy comes in, and it can be instant. So my question to you is, what do you want to let go of?
Oh, I had a massive trauma last year, massive, but I have given myself a blank canvas, so I'm building on stuff. So I had started to address it, or have addressed it, but I just need to get into I haven't let go of it enough, but I am like on the right track, and this has accelerated it. So this is like I've zoomed even in a week or two. So I definitely feel calmer. I feel like more like Nikki again, and I'm in I'm in my best, getting into my best self, because I am a giver as well, but I just needed to have that, feel lighter. So that's how I would say I feel lighter, calmer, and I'm definitely letting go. I would never, handstands and the balance is not my thing. I just, and I'm on a wooden floor, and I just put my body in the air. And yeah, I fell on the floor and it hurt a bit, but it felt quite nice on the same note.
Brilliant. So this is total acceptance, because when we start to do things like this, it's like learning to walk. I never seen a baby that just sees these big people walking, and then the baby kind of susses it out and just gets up and starts walking. It never happens. There's a process to it. So what does a baby do? It stands up and it falls down. It stands up and it falls down, and then takes a step and it falls down. And then it gets near some stairs and falls down a couple of stairs, or falls off a sofa. We're used to being knocked and bumped and stuff, but when a baby just stands up and falls down, I've never seen a baby complain. So we have to learn this stuff. And there are so many aspects of how we go and react to life based on programming that happened. Most of it, a lot of the emotional program happens in the first 4 years of us absorbing life. So when we can understand, right, we got this thing in our brains called neuroplasticity, which means that we can learn anything new at any moment in time if we have an interest. So when I hear the people saying, right, I'm in the process of letting go and letting go and letting go, it's kind of like this. If I was holding, let's say that this is a hot burning rock that I'm holding here, and this is burning my hand, burning my hand, burning my hand, and it's burning my hand. And let's say that, like me and you, we've known each other for like years and years and years, and I come round yours, and you go, Skip, what are you doing? So I'm holding this rock. What are you holding the rock for? Oh, we've always held rocks in our families. This is what we do, we hold rocks. But is that rock burning you? Yeah, it's really burning me. It's painful. So what are you holding it for? Well, that's because what we've always done in our family. Yeah, but isn't it burning you? Well, yeah. Well, surely if you let go of it, you're going to stop burning. What do you mean, let go of it? And letting go of stuff almost doesn't come even on our radars because the programming is so deep. So what I found is one of the absolute best ways to be able to let go of stuff is to do what you just did, where we fully accept what's going on. But the second phase that we need to kick into is understanding that all of our challenges are all of our blessings in disguise, every single one of them. And the bigger the challenge, the bigger the blessing. So my quick question to you now is, and you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but if you do, I can tell you now, it will be, what you'll find on the other side is incredible. So my question to you is, if we believe that life has a bigger vision for us than sometimes what we can see within the mind or the human eyes, if we believe that we are spiritual beings who are now having a human experience and that there's a part of us that is eternal, which is our spirit, and if we believe that we've all come here for a specific reason and we've asked for certain challenges so that we can grow in certain areas to be able to serve at a high level so that we can really create heaven on earth, or we can really create the life that we came here to live. My question to you, Nikki, is what, and this is going to sound weird because I know it was traumatic, what was great about what happened?
It's funny because now I have clarity on it. At the time, now it's not in the present. It affected my every bit of my life. I feel that if I can do what I did last year to contribute to, because I had a lot of death last year, and people that were close to me, but there were like 3 in a short space of time. But the last thing happened, which lasted over 6 months. I feel like if I can contribute to the well-being of those people's lives like that, and do what I've done on that level, which was a lot of my friends couldn't have done what I've done. Everyone said I couldn't have done that. I would have walked away. I didn't. I could see what I wanted to do, and I have done it. Awesome. And I had to do that before I moved on. And I didn't have, everything in here was blockages. It was toxic. It was dark. It was death. It was sad. It was awful. And I've been like demolition woman, and I've done everything I wanted to, which I don't know how I got this strength. And now everything in the house flows and I can think again. So I feel like if I can do what I've done for to my friends, what happened last year, what can I do for myself is going to be like amazing on a new level that I've never done before.
This is awesome. And this is the truth. And everyone who's watching this, I know everyone who's watching this is going to feel this as well, because when we have challenges in life, the way that, like, think about this from a mass consciousness point of view. If we believe that we've got weak bodies, if we believe that we have weak minds, if we just take on lifestyles, habits, belief systems, traditions, certain ways of thinking and reacting to life, if we take that stuff on, which is toxic in a lot of people, when situations in life happens, because we're talking about something that we know is going to happen from the day we're born. We all know we're going to die. We all know that those that we love are going to die. It's part of the process. But if we only live in the mind, then death means the end. Whereas if we live in flow, then that death can be the beginning of something new. Because if we look at nature, things are dying or they're growing, but it's all part of the journey. And the death part of life, it can shake people so much, especially when it's not expected, especially when something comes out of the blue and it's like a shock to the system. It just shakes everything up. And going into the victim mode is the easy mode to go in. Then, you know, most people go there. And without having the spiritual connection, without having a stronger connection to our body so we can find this strength, situations can happen like that. And this can, you know, people can hold on to that pain. It's like holding on to those hot burning rocks. They hold on to that pain for the rest of their lives. And whereas what you're now talking about is taking a completely different turn, because it's like there's a fork in the road. And we don't want to go down the pain road. We don't want to go down the victim road. We want to go down this road where, look, what's happened has happened. It was out of my control. And yes, it hurt me. Yes, I felt the pain. But you know what I've done now is I've grieved. I've gone through that chapter and I still have the memory, but I don't have a negative connection, like a negative emotional connection to it that's going to pull me down. What I now have are strong emotions connected to what happens, because through that chapter, although it was so hard, I found more of myself. I found a part of me that I can now use this part in my next chapter in life. And when you start to achieve the things that you're going to achieve in this new chapter, you'll be able to look back and go, as weird as it sounds, that had to happen for me to become who I've just become.
Yeah. And can I just say, because I'm going to I'll be moving out of this house because it's not mine, and having to find somewhere new with animals. I didn't anticipate having 3 animals that I've kind of inherited as well. But now when I move out, I'm actually excited. I mean, I have no money. I still don't have my work. It's just beginning to start again. But instead of feeling afraid about, oh my God, I've got nowhere to live in a few months, I've got animals to find, I feel excited because I've done the house. It's homely and it's got the flow. And when I leave here, I know that I feel, whoa, this is like the opposite from the situation that we sadly had last year, which was chaos and shock. And now I feel like I leave on good terms with a new beginning. And I feel like that house is left in a respected, loving place, whereas before it was deeply sad. And this house is not sad now at all. It feels good. There's light and love and there's hope. So I feel like that when I leave, rather than running away, I could have just walked away and left all the animals and the state of the stuff, but I didn't. But now it's like I'm going to leave on good terms with myself, good terms with the house. It's all positive.
Brilliant. And when we go into those places, because as we start to understand that this whole game of life is a game with different vibrational frequencies, that's what makes this game up. That we can only attract what's within that frequency. So if we go into that victim mode, we can only attract things in that victim frequency. What you've done now is you're doing what, again, it's common sense, but it is spiritual all at the same time, is we want to get used to leaving somewhere better because we've been there. And when we get used to leaving that trail of more life, better life behind us, then guess what? Life is breathing through you more to be able to make that stuff happen. So the question is, what feels easier to create the flow? Now you've got this awareness, because this is what I want people to understand. When we're trapped in it and something's come along, it's jolted our nervous system, it's jolted our emotional system, it's jolted us on a mental level, it's jolted us on a physical level in a negative way, where all of a sudden this stuff comes in and it's just shaking us up, and we have a big wobble, and all of a sudden we're like, oh my God, is this wobble going to fall down? What the hell's going to happen? And we're feeling all this negative stuff. When we're in it, it's really hard. If we haven't done the work up to those moments, we can stay in that stuff, and people can hold on to that stuff for the rest of their lives, as I said before. But the question is it now you have this understanding, looking back, would it be easier to go back and be in resistance and go against what actually happened, not accepting the truth, not going with it, not going with the flow, not doing your part? Or is it easier to completely surrender and just say, what's happened has happened. What's my next step? What's the next thing that I can do and I can do well? What's easier to do?
The second one, yeah. I
Because
can't wait. I'm really excited now. I feel like there's no limits to what I want to be and do.
awesome.
I mean, even like where I live, it's really beautiful. But the strange thing is, and possibly because of lockdown, I am always on dog walks, but I have found these beautiful places that are literally 2 minutes in the car that I never knew were there. And I've lived here, this house for 6-7 years. And I'm finding all these new things. I can't believe I didn't know from this lockdown what was around the corner. And so I feel like I've got fresh eyes, and every day, and seriously, I will give you a lovely testimony. I just want to put some thought in it I'll do it by Monday. I swear that each step of the way, I have had things that I wanted, like with my work, I'm a bit stuck on a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then since the yoga, it's been your yoga in the morning, and then something will happen in the day. It's like, oh yes, that's what I needed. And then even like going to, again, randomly to a place in the beach I haven't been for a while. I was there at like 9 o'clock with my dog the other night. It's like, oh my God, because I need some new photos. This would be amazing for photos. It's just like everything is in the right order.
That's flow. That's exact flow. It's like when we get into those frequencies, the right things show up at the right time. And it's so beautiful to be in that place. Well done, well done. Everyone give her a big round of applause. Good job, good job, good job. Well done. Right, anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody want to come on? Right.
Well, I can give you an example and second everything that you've said.
Who's this?
If you want, it's Jessica.
Oh, here we go. Hang on. Let me put you up. Marvelous.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. Look at you out in the sunshine. Beautiful.
Well, just a really quick example, actually, because it is relative to where the position I'm doing the dress up yoga today, as well as it relates really well with letting go your mind and being stuck in your mind. So the example is I'm sitting here in this beautiful location, but I'm by a plant which is surrounded by bees. And I have the phobia of bees. Actually,
Life have a sense of irony.
I don't anymore, to be fair, because I have learned, like you've explained, to come out of your mind, come out of that fear factor. Because for about 25 years of my life, I was fearful of bees, wasps, because of being in a wasp nest when I was 11 and having a reaction. But what it did do when we did the breathing, because your mind is very powerful and strong, but as I could hear the bees, I did go back to that place for a short time. But with that, being able to take control and listen to the breathing, it brought me out of that fear again. So it was just really an example summarising exactly what you've said in this session, but and I can relate to it big time.
Brilliant. Awesome. It's just the best. Like when we find ourselves again and we find the truth, we really realise that any type of fear that comes up, any type of fear, it doesn't matter what story is within the fear. All of fear is us either projecting mostly into the future around something that is usually, it's an illusion. Because if we are present in the moment, there is no fear. Because what we're doing is we're anticipating something else is going to come up. So we're creating the illusion because that illusion isn't there in the moment. So this is what I want people to understand around fear is they're all illusions. So say like with Jessica, where beautiful plant she's around and she wants to be around it, but all of a sudden there's bees flying around. And if you got a phobia on bees, which again, it could come from a childhood, it could come from being stung at a certain level, it could come from any type of situation. And if we run that fear, then all of a sudden, I remember when I was on holiday when I was a kid, and I was asleep in the back of this car. It was actually with my dad. And I remember hearing this, my dad go, no, and I heard these cars screech, go, "Arr!" And all of a sudden this car come and whacked into our car, and we basically just like sort of, you know, span in a circle. And I remember after then, anytime I heard some car screeching, what was in my mind was I was going to get hit and spin out of control again. And I remember just like, it was in adult life, and I was like, and I heard some cars screeching, and I was like, where the hell did that fear come from? So I went inside to look for it, and I was like, wow, I must have been holding on to this stuff since I was a child, since I was a kid, since I was like, however old I was, like 13, 14 years of age. And as soon as I realized what it was, this is what people don't realize, that we have a choice. But sometimes we have to let go of some of the old beliefs, some of the old programming. And when we get present in the moment, there is no fear. That's the beautiful thing. When we learn to live now, when we learn to live in the moment, we do what Claire mentioned earlier, where all of a sudden you can sit there in peace, but you now absorb something like from the birds, you absorb something from nature, or you can connect, or you might be in a tough situation, but then you can allow something bigger than the situation to breathe through you. So then you can go and find a solution for whatever the challenge is. And the more we start to find the next solution, the next solution, the next solution, and we just become these people who sees a problem, we bring the solution. We see a problem, we bring the solution. It's not we see a problem and then dive into the problem and have come up all of the stuff that's in that problem, because the fear is the big problem. So,
and also Skip, just not to interrupt, but how I got over my phobia fear was, rather than think about the effect of being stung and what that could have on me, I thought that sound is really lovely, and I just projected a lovely positive thought about the sound of the bees pollinating, making beautiful flowers, and I just switched the fear into something more loving thought process. So going back to what you said about, you know, living life in more love, I did that to overcome my phobia.
Brilliant. Because it's so funny that was what you just said, because that was going to be my question, because that's the golden nugget, is what did you focus on? That's it.
Yeah.
Because all it is a change of focus. That's as simple as this stuff is. When we have something that we don't like, or we, and especially when it's a part of us, like, oh, there's this fear coming up around. So, I mean, talk us through, just again, give us the contrast. If you would have seen the bee before, what would it brought up? What would you have felt? What would you have focused on? What would have happened?
I would have screamed and ran around the garden like a lunatic.
Brilliant. And you know, I'm laughing with love. I'm not laughing at you. So when that happened, what was the ripple effect from people around you?
Well, they would do similar reactions to you. They'd laugh. But then some people would also say, calm down, Jessica, calm down, it's all right. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. If I get stung, I could die. I'm like, no, I can't get stung. And I'll just go off on a complete mad running. I would be quite erratic. So I had to manage that, because it was just silly. I would just, anywhere where there would be a bee or wasp, I just switch into this very silly person.
So now,
I can say silly now. At the time, it wasn't silly. It was real. At the time, it was real fear, and it was really scary. And I couldn't control it at the time, because I didn't have the awareness of taking that fear out of my mind and taking control back. I didn't know how to do it then. So yeah, it was scary. It was scary to live in that moment. It was a bit like living in a film. You know, you're in your mind, you're living in this horror.
And that becomes like the reality of when we go into the fear, everything that we then absorb gets absorbed through the lens of fear. And if someone says, oh, you got nothing to worry about, you could almost, yeah, but you don't understand. And they don't understand because what they're seeing is a different reality than what you was experiencing. So now you have, so just talk us through it again, because if you saw a bee now, what would happen? What would come up?
But actually, it's quite interesting because I sometimes I do revert back to that fear, and what I've learned is if I'm tired or if I'm not balanced, or if I'm not in connection with self, I tend to sort of be a little bit panicky. Yeah. But if I am more connected and more well and I'm more balanced with myself, I can sit here and okay, I had a moment where I thought, I could hear the bees and thinking, God, years ago I wouldn't be able to sit here doing breathing meditation. I'll be off. And I was sitting here just thinking, no, this is actually really beautiful. Just enjoy it. So I can still, if I'm not healthy, revert to that fear and that sort of panic. But majority, 95% of the time, I don't, because that was quite a long time ago. It's 30 odd years ago. How old? Yeah, so when I was 11, so quite a long time ago. But it's amazing for 20, maybe about 10 years ago, when I was 2012, I started to do work on it when I did mental health first aid training course. And then I started to understand about your mind and living in phobias and fear and panic attacks and how they all link. And then I started to work on it from 2012. But yeah, the amazing thing is that you can so lose it, like anything, like exercise. If you don't practice these principles and processes, you can just go straight back.
Well, what you just said there, that was why I asked the question, because usually what happens when we've wound something up for a long time and it's been with you for a long time, we have to unwind it. And usually we can have like these amazing experiences where we're able to see it very different than how we used to see it. And that's the first change. But where the magic of life comes in is like what you just said. It's consistency. It's showing up and doing the work on a regular basis. Because if we don't consciously say, right, these are the gifts that I'm going to be giving my body every day. These are the gifts that I'm going to be giving my mind every day. These are the gifts that I'm going to be giving my spirit every day. And when we give ourselves these gifts, we have so much more to give life, because we start to live life in the absolute truth. So have you ever looked at a bee right up close?
Sorry, my son's woken up, so he may get involved now.
Have you ever looked at a bee right up close?
You are my son. Yeah, I have. To be fair, there was a little bit of a difference between a bee and because bees sound like wasps, but actually it was a wasp nest that I was in. So bees obviously have got more purpose, and they're a little bit easier to think positive about and loving thoughts. I still don't like wasps, and I don't think I want to like wasps. I've still yet to find a real purpose for them, except for the fact that they, like I said earlier, they do pollinate.
Like wasps. Let's just get rid of them. We really don't need them anymore. We've evolved past wasps now.
Other than that, and I have looked at both of them up close, and I did, when I was doing the breathing, I just sort of looked at the honeybees and things and just thought, they're doing a really good job. My garden looks lovely.
and to have that little bit that you just said at the end, that's where the magic comes in, because again, this comes down to like what Nikki was saying, where it's fully accepting everything, even though, like, she's on a wooden floor falling over, we can get knocked. But if we don't accept it, it's too easy for us to go, oh god damn, shit, I shouldn't have, and all this stuff just starts to come up. And it's the same frequency as, oh my God, there's someone over there, I don't want to go anywhere near it. Instead of just having awareness of, well, I want to go over there. And it's a very different response to life than avoiding something because there's fear, than having awareness and just going around it. So, right, let's do one more person before we finish the day, because I've just seen the time and realised that we've gone on. Is there anybody else? Anyone else? Right. Anyone else?
Skip, can I just ask you a question?
Yes. Who's that?
Trish. It's Trish.
I can't see you.
Oh yeah, there I am again.
Hey, hello Trish.
Hi. What would you say is the best way to get in touch with your spirit? Like, if you were telling a complete novice, how would you sort of say this is the best way to get in touch with your spirits? And because sometimes it's hard to distinguish between the mind and the spirit, like inner voices and mind.
Right, okay. When you're in the mind will say it's very hard to distinguish between the mind and the spirit. That's what the mind would say, because the mind is a mechanism that allows us to think so that we can organize what we want to do in life, that we can focus on what we want to do in life. And the mind is designed to keep us safe for survival so that we do survive. And it's also designed for that safety, for that survival mechanism. It's designed to keep us in our comfort zone. So that's what the mind's job is. Spirit, if you look at, let's say that you look at the spirit in a child. Let's say that you've got a 6-year-old child and we see that spirit in that child, what that child's bringing to the table with regards to energy, with regards to joy, love, vulnerability, truth, all of these good things that come, they're not coming from the mind because they didn't learn them from the mind. It's coming from the spirit. And what spirit wants to do is the spirit wants to be able to express itself. It wants to be able to create. It wants to be able to explore. It wants to be able to become more. So when you've got spirit breathing through you, you don't question it. You feel it. It's like every hair, you'll get like goosebumps around certain things where you'll be thinking, right, what do I need to do? Do I need to do this or do I need to do that? And you'll be thinking, right, if I go into this one, what's going to happen? And then a certain vibe will come up. When you've got that spirit breathing through you, all of a sudden, when you start to focus on it, you will light up. You'll feel lighter. You'll feel a bigger energy. And one of the best ways to be able to, so here's one of the common responses that people say is to free the mind, you've got to go to meditation and you've got to be able to, free the mind and allow your spirit to breathe through you. Well, that's great, but we're not going to be meditating for all the time that we're awake. So what we've got to learn how to do is have what I call moving meditations, where we can be in the present moment. The only way that I found to be able to get the balance, because this is ultimately where we want to end up. It's the balance, it's the harmony between the body, the mind, and the spirit. Just like what I was saying to Marcella earlier, if she's singing and there's a harmony, say you've got like a 5-part harmony, or might have a whole orchestra, a whole choir. If there's one person singing out of tune, all the focus goes to that one person, not everybody around, because there's a discord. So when something's out of balance, usually all the focus goes into that thing that's out of balance. But where most people trip up is usually what's out of balance is there isn't enough spirit breathing through people. Their bodies aren't activated in the right way, so they feel weaker and they don't have this strength. And in that weakness, they start to make weak decisions. They start to believe that they're weaker. They start to believe that they can't accomplish the things that they want in life, where the truth is everyone could have everything. If we got the balance between the body, the mind, and the spirit, it's not just the frequency we go in, it's the life that breathes through us. So we get to be lit up in the moment. And yeah, sometimes it's going to be tough. It's meant to be tough sometimes, because when it's tough, we find more of ourselves. It's like, if I say to you now, is there a yoga pose that you had struggled with, but now you're able to do it? Has there been one single?
Probably. Yeah, the crow's been the one that's taken me longest to do.
Right. So have you been able to
And
get
I'm
it?
not great. I'm not perfect. You know, it's not like I can stay in there for 20 seconds or anything, but I'm getting like longer, 3 or 5 seconds, and I actually managed a couple of little press ups the other day. So that's been the breakthrough one for me this week.
Right. Now, when that happened and you did it, how did you feel?
Well, brilliant. Not that I never thought I would, but it's just that it's just like a hurdle that I've got over. It's a really good
What
feeling.
happens is it's not just a hurdle that you've come over. It's in you jumping over the hurdle, you've become stronger. You've become more balanced. Now, when you did those that crow pose, like, can you remember the first one you did when you held it for like 3 or 4 seconds?
Yeah, because it was just this week.
Right. Now, when you go back to that memory, were you worried about anything in life?
No,
No, because
I was just focused.
you're focused at being in the present moment. This is what's so cool about this. What we're going through with you guys is it's learning how to be in the present moment. So the thing that I found to allow more spirit to come through is, yes, there are all the things like the meditations, and there's like, you know, when I do like the advanced trainings, there's specific processes that I learned to do on me that I take people through. And because you can't think your way into a place to allow more spirit to come in, it's the opposite. We've got to almost stop the thinking. And like, I remember when I started to work with shamans, we got to a place where we were able to be so in the moment without a single thought to just absorb. And I'd never experienced anything like that in my life. And I remember we went to have these there were these probes that we got friendly with this company, and they can track like brain activity, and they can see like what parts of your brain are lighting up depending on what things that you're focused on in life. And we had this guy that we was working with, and he said, look, just come in, I'll do this test on all you guys. So we did this test, and there was a certain part of the brain that we can go in where we left space in there, because within that space, just like, you know, most of life is space, but within that space we could find peace, and we could go there like within a heartbeat. And he gave us the results, and he said, I'm a little bit confused. I've never seen this before. And we said, what's happening? And he went, there's a part of your brains that isn't really active, and it should be active, because what they were doing is, and this is how interesting like technology can be, most people's brains don't stop. They're focused. They're on the go all the time. Focus on this, focus on that, focus on that, focus on that. But we can end up sacrificing our part of ourselves by that brain activity going too fast. So we learned how to slow that part down. And he said, it's so weird. He goes, because all three of you've got it. He goes, I've never, ever seen this before, ever. He says, but don't worry. He goes, we've got this technology. He says, let's get you all back in the seats, and we're going to go in, and we're going to activate that section. And we all looked at each other, and knowing what we knew and knowing what he didn't know, we said to him, look, we spent years and years and years slowing that part down. We don't want that part activated. That's the part that's screwing people's lives up. That's the part that doesn't allow them to rest. That's the part that doesn't allow them to be in the present moment without the mind saying, got to do this, got to do this, got to do this, got to do that. There's a flow to all of this. So by consistent activations for the body, the mind, and the spirit, that's how ultimately I've learned how to create the harmony. You know, and that's the reason why I put Connect Now together, because it gives people such an easy insight into understanding those three elements of ourselves. And we do the inner work where a lot of us have got stuff going on inside that we're dragging through life. And if we don't understand what's going on in our inner world, we can't change it. So we need to have that awareness. So there's a whole heap of stuff that people learn how to let go of. But it's then when we go through the activations that you'll realize that this is all about balance. It doesn't matter how much money I've got. Like, you know, some of my clients are like uber stupidly rich people. And ironically, what I'm bringing them is just balance. And they all say to me, you know what, Skip, what you're doing is this is life-changing in a way that I've never experienced before. And it's because a lot of them have trained their brain so well that they've used their brain as the resource, that they go back to the brain to have the answers. What we want to go back to is your whole being. We want to go back to the body. We want to go back to the mind and honor it. We want to go back to the spirit. But we want to have all of those three come together so that when they come together, they meet in harmony, but they meet in these higher states of consciousness. Because when you can do things, I mean, like the simple answer is like, yes, there are things like meditations. There's learning how to pin the right meanings on things, but there's learning how to go through processes where you can completely free the mind. Like I'll give you an example where, okay, so I mentioned John Lee. A lot of you know John Lee. So I was on a coaching call with him yesterday, and I said to him, because things were a little bit out of balance, and he says, I don't understand what's going on. When I'm on stage, I can give so much. Now I'm presenting from home and I'm doing the webinars, a webinar format. He goes, dude, he goes, it's just draining me. What is going on? And I said, it's real simple. Imagine that you've got, how can I say this? Make it real simple for you guys to understand. Imagine that you've got three mechanisms going. All these three mechanisms are all spinning here. And we need all these three mechanisms to make the engine that's up there working. So I need this mechanism, I need this one, and I need this one. When all three go, that engine up there works. But what's going to happen if I'm only going to use one of the mechanisms? That engine up there is not going to work. So instead of us using the body, the mind, and the spirit, and I said to him, I said, look, mate, when you're on stage, I said, you got such a passion for wanting to help people. You got such a passion for what you do. I said, your spirit comes into you when you're delivering. I said, because you're passionate about it. I said, your mind's in it and you've trained your mind. I said, but you've taken the body out the game. I said, so ultimately when you're sat there, because now you haven't got people there, so your spirit's not vibing off of anybody else's energy, there's just your energy sat in a room and you doing webinars. I said, you haven't got three mechanisms going. You've now got one mechanism going and you're trying to, get that engine up there going. It's not going to go. We need all three mechanisms spinning at the same time. That spirit we want pulsing through us, but instead of having that spirit pulsing through us like it does in a child, and we look at that energy in a child, it's way more than the energy that most adults have. We look at how present kids are in the moment. We look at how much joy they have. We look at how much love they have. We look at how much creativity they have. We look at how much truth they speak. And we want that energy in our adult life, but instead of having an undisciplined mind like a child, now we have that same energy, we have that same frequency, but now we focus the mind and it becomes like laser beam focus, and we put that laser beam focus into the things that we create in life. We go through life creating in balance. So I hope that kind of answered your question, Trish, because it's not just about how do we bring just the spirit in, because we've always got to be focused on all three, because that's what we are. And yet sometimes when we sit there, we can free the mind, we can have the body be still, but we're present in our being. And when we're present, it's like the birds out there, you come in the moment. And when we're in the moment, whatever we want to focus on is going to have our heart, our mind, our soul, our spirit, our body. It's going to have all of us in the mix. And when we bring that to the table, we win every single time at the game of life. So I hope that helped.
Yes, thank you, Skip. That's great.
Awesome. Well, everyone, I'm sorry we've overrun. My God, we've nearly been going for 2 hours now. So, guys, have an amazing, amazing, amazing Saturday. I love you all dearly. I'll see you at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, where we'll be doing a little bit more yin yoga. It's not going to be as fast. It's going to be more slow and soulful and balanced and loving, and just giving our bodies and minds and spirits another beautiful gift. So, guys, I love you all. Thank you again for showing up, for dressing up, for playing full out. You take that in a life, and they're the qualities that champions are made of. That's the ingredients that we need to go and basically live life's recipe in the best way possible, so that whatever you're baking, whatever you're creating, that magic of life is always going to come through you. 8 o'clock tonight, no, 7 o'clock tonight. I'll tell her. 7 o'clock tonight, Woodsy's house party. So I don't know if any of you guys joined her. Every week, she's going to be on Facebook. She's going to be on Instagram under Marcella Woods, and just go there. You'll see her rocking it out. And again, you know, this is a beautiful thing. You know, when we understand this creative energy, like you being a songwriter and a singer, when we go through these challenging experiences, we can channel that into a creation, and all of a sudden, magic can come out of a negative situation. And then we realize that that situation actually wasn't negative. That situation actually helped me grow in ways that if I wasn't challenged in those ways, I wouldn't have found more parts of myself. So this is where we look back and total forgiveness for everything. And if you really want to be free, you've got to learn how to forgive everyone, always, for everything. I'll leave you tuned on that for the rest of this weekend. You guys are amazing. I love you all. Have a great day.
Love you. Thank you.
Love you
Bye.
all. Lots of love. Bye, bye, bye.
Love you.